And we're live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to week number 7.
Wowzers.
Week 7 of 9 of the High 48's Bluegrass Brunch. We're 3/5 of the High 48's here representing our annual tradition. This is year number 9 of our Winter Bluegrass Brunch series. We do it every January and February on Saturdays from 11 a.m., usually till 1, and when we're doing it in person, but we've changed it to an hour. Seemed about the right amount of time for these streams. And we also decided what we'll do is we'll play the first 30 minutes, swap songs amongst ourselves, and then the second half of the show each week, we feature special guests. And you guys are in for a real treat today. We have a bunch of special guests. Members of 2 different bands that also commingle, different members in both bands. The bands are Backup and Push, a wonderful new bluegrass ensemble here in the Twin Cities, and Steam Machine, a great old-time band. And we've got 2 separate kind of pods where we're going to actually get to hear people play together in the same room. So I'm really excited about that.
Gonna be great.
Yeah. And good morning. Some people are here. Our friend Connie, who every week at the
Connie.
Astor would sit
Morning,
at the
Connie.
soundboard and adjust our volumes. Thanks for being here, Connie. And
Connie,
Katie in Berkeley.
I've been having some audio troubles. I need you to come over and help me.
I need more me.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you turn Clint
Yeah, I
up,
need more
Connie?
guitar in the monitor.
Good to have you here, Katie and Terry. Good morning from frigid Stillwater. Oh yeah,
Terry.
it is cold. -6 last I
Yikes.
checked.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one nice thing about doing it this way. We don't have to make that trek over to the Astor. Our friend Chris is here. Good morning, Chris and
Morning.
Vicky. And hey, it's my wife downstairs. Hey, honey.
Hey. Hi, Sarah.
Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. As you can tell, this is pretty informal. One of the things we love about doing the show at the Astor is just the community, hanging out with everyone. So feel free to jump in the comments, say hello, heckle Clint, that kind of stuff.
Easy target over here.
Yeah, awesome. So, I don't know, nothing special in the cup for me today, but last week, Clint, you mentioned you had the veranda, and that sounded really good. I love that nice kind of bright notes. So I'm going with the veranda this morning.
That's what I got again today. It's very good.
How about you, Eric? You off the water this week?
I'm off the water. I've got an
Oh, good.
upgrade.
Thank God.
Yeah, this. So I'm kind of bouncing back in a big way.
Whoa.
I got
Wow.
the French press. So
When you go out, you go all
I have to
out.
say mainly just to stay warm. It's freezing in my house. So
I bet.
so I'm going to keep the hot.
All right, well,
liquids flowing.
let's warm everybody up with some hot drinks and some hot picking. Cheers to everybody out there,
Cheers.
whatever you may be drinking, coffee or something stronger. Greetings, Kathy. We're looking forward to it as well. Our friend Shirley Ann is back from Princeton. Good morning to Penny and Bob as well. Great to
Look at
see
that.
you.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, Julie
Awesome.
Young. We sure love working with Julie. Great to see you guys. This is so
Awesome.
much fun. So yeah, I say let's just get into
yeah.
it. Now, one thing about this brunch is every year, since it falls, in January and February, there's usually a tie-in at least one weekend to Valentine's Day, and so we, like every good bluegrass band, we find the one song that is.
I couldn't even find any. I didn't know there were any.
There's not a ton of happy love songs in the bluegrass genre, but one that we had to work up a few. We started playing weddings and found out pretty quick that
They
the
want
members
love
of-
songs. I
Yeah,
don't get it.
You can't play Banks of the Ohio for
people
some
Yeah.
reason.
can't die.
I don't get it.
Yeah, we change the lyrics sometimes. But anyways, there is one song that's definitely a love song and one I love to do. It's one that when I first met my wife, she wasn't super into bluegrass, but when we were going to get
don't blame
married,
her.
I was able to convince her to do this one because she thought it was a great tune. It's an old Jim and Jesse number called "I'll Never Love
Oh, yeah.
Anybody But You,
Nice.
Baby."
Baby.
I'll never love anybody but you, baby, baby. No, I'll never love anybody but you if you be my girl. Oh, Well, I'll take you out every night now, baby. Baby, yeah, I'll take you out every night if you be my girl. Oh, yes, believe me, it's true. Oh, yes, I love nobody but you. I'll never love anybody but you, baby, baby. Oh, I'll never love anybody but you if you'll be my girl. Oh, yes, believe me, it's true. Oh, yes, I'll love nobody but you.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
And nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt. Everybody ends up together in the end. And I'll send that one out to Sarah. Happy
You know, I
Valentine's
was just
Day.
listening to that song the other day. Longview has a good version of that song.
Oh man, did they ever?
Yeah.
I want to hear. What was that band? It was like Here Today. Do you remember that record? It was like Vince Gill and a couple other heavy hitters. Anyways, I think that's where maybe I first heard it. But
It's a great tune.
yeah.
I always like performing that one too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got the love rolling in. Thank you. Beautiful. Says Pam. And our friend Julie says that she hearts the high 48s. We do too, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Right back at you. Some nice hand claps. Thanks, everybody. We sure appreciate it. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we have Clint on the mandolin this
Yep.
morning.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, like I said, I couldn't find. I don't know. I didn't know there were any happy bluegrass songs, but actually, that's not true. I do, but I didn't try very hard to find one. But anyway, there's Billy Strings just did a crossover with one of the hot country stars, Luke Combs, the other day, "Across the Great Divide." Just a good tune. It got me thinking that someone posted in the Babatma group about. I think it was Nick Henches posted about what other good bluegrass country modern bluegrass country crossovers are there. My old bandmate Jesse mentioned that Dirk Bentley does a lot of he's worked with the Grascals and he's worked with Del McCurry. So I thought I'd do one that Jesse used to actually sing in the old band called "Good Man Like Me," I believe, written by Del and then recorded by both Del and Dirks. So we'll give that a try. Never sung it before, but we'll see how it goes. Now that old car, it ain't gonna last. You ride around all day and I buy the gas. The more I work, the more you spend. Tell me, honey, baby, when will this all end?
What a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
You said Del wrote that?
I believe so. I was trying to figure it out this morning, and one place said it did, but you can't trust the internet. So.
You can't trust the internet.
His version is so iconic that we'll just
it really
attribute it
is.
to him for now, anyways.
That was always one of my favorite ones to do with the old Sawtooth Brothers. So. I thought
And
I'd
what
bring it
what
back.
Del record was that on again?
Del and the Boys.
Del and the
Yeah, which
that's
is
such a good album.
one of my favorites
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, we're moving the fiddle into the hot seat here.
Oh boy.
That's a fiddle this week, I see.
I have a fiddle this week, and I thought I'd sort of step out on a limb and play something new to me at least. I have an online fiddle student from South Carolina who's kind of he's a tune hoarder, and lucky for me, he's got really good taste in tunes, and he's constantly sending me links and files and stuff. This is one that he sent me recently, and I just learned it. It's a tune off of an old John Hartford and Jim Wood record called, I think, "The Bullies Have All Gone to Rest." It's an album from the '90s, and it sounds like they just put a tape recorder up on the table and just recorded the whole album. And they're like,
Nice.
they finish the song and then they start chatting for a while.
Nice.
That's
the real deal right
It's
there.
the real deal, and it's got that kind of like funhouse banjo that John Hartford plays. It's like really super eccentric, and I love it. It's a
Nice.
great tune. There's a tune called Lafayette, and it's from an early fiddler on the Opry, Kirk McGee. Let's see how this goes. I got to
All right.
switch mics though.
Well, you got a whole setup going on down there.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice. Great tune. That's a good one.
That's a really cool tune.
It's a fun tune, and it just I know Hartford didn't write it, but it's just kind of, for me, when I hear it, I can almost hear that banjo kind of behind it, and it sort of makes it for me.
Yeah. Well,
Unfortunately, that wasn't available today, but
Yeah.
we'll have to get it worked up in the band. We got some nice hand claps here from folks. Our friend Katie Jo in Switzerland.
Hey, Katie.
She loves
Hey,
that
Katie
version.
Jo.
Says sounding great, guys. Thanks, Katie Jo. So good to see you. Her and her band Kaluta were on the Bluegrass Brunch not too long ago. And that's why we do this, so we can hang out
Yeah.
with our music friends. This is so great. Love this. It's a keeper. Thanks, Gene. I think you're right. We
I think
really
Gene
appreciate
is legally obligated to say that.
Yes.
so
she is.
she
It's
is.
in the contract.
Yeah, so.
And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, for participating. I'm scrolling the shared tip jar. This is a tip jar that we're sharing with the folks from Steam Machine and Backup and Push as well. We're just going to pass the hat throughout the whole hour. As you probably know, not a whole lot of gigs going on for us musicians, and it's lean times. So every little bit counts. Not required by any means. But if you want to throw a little something in there, you can. I put it in the comments. You can throw something there. Oh, and look at that. We hear from our really good friend, Mr. Tom Schaefer.
Hey,
Great
Tom.
tune.
Thanks, Tom.
Tom is an amazing fiddler here in the Twin Cities. I miss you, Tom. Good to see you. And yeah, well, this is great.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I couldn't think of another bluegrass song that was very cheerful, but I've had to get creative over the years when it comes to like wedding tunes and stuff. And a few years back, a friend of mine was getting married, and we were he asked if I would help with the music, and I was, yeah, okay. I have this one song that I can do called "I'll Never Love Anybody But You." I think that would be really great.
I got one song.
And then after that, I had to get creative. And he said, "You know what? Actually, my wife and I have a very special song. It's kind of like our song, and it's from a blues musician named Keb Mo." And I hadn't heard it, and I'd heard Keb Mo's music. I think he's a great musician, great songwriter. But I hadn't heard this tune. But I was so happy that I had to learn it for his wedding, because it's one that I'll keep doing. I'll send this one out to Zach and Jen, my good friends in St. Paul, for teaching me this one. This is a Keb Mo tune called "Every Morning," and I'm going to get the lyrics here because I got to remember it. It's
when we email before and sort of say what we're doing, and when I first read that, I thought you meant you were doing the Sugar Ray every morning, which
classic
would work.
Okay, well that certainly puts kind of puts Well, I
but
think
it's
you'll
not
appreciate
that.
this. I'm not gonna make any comments about Sugar Ray.
Hey, that's a good song. We used to do that in Sawtooth. That's
all right. I better start playing quick. All right, this is Keb Mo, "Every Morning." Every morning, every evening, and every day I think about you, the way you love me, oh, through and through. And when I'm with you, it feels like heaven, and you're an angel holding me, and your sweet loving will set me free. And in my wildest imagination, well, I could never imagine you loving me as much as I love you. It may be winter, it may be fall, I might have plenty or nothing at all, but baby, I will be there whenever you call, cause every morning, every evening, every day I think about you, the way you love me, oh, through and through, the way you love me, oh, through and through.
That's probably a better song overall.
Thank you. That was a little way too fast there. I got excited. It's supposed to be a little more slinky and groovy, but
that's good too.
I just had that other
You're
cup of coffee.
Still in the chicken neck kind of groove. It worked.
Yeah. And
Didn't sound
awesome
too
tune.
fast.
Says awesome song. Bob asks, is that a Kevin Enoch? This is actually a Cedar Mountain banjo out of North Carolina, Brevard, North Carolina. It's we told the story a couple weeks back, but I actually won it. As you can tell, I'm still working on it. It's not my first instrument, but I'm loving the claw hammer and the old time stuff. I'm just kind of soaking it all up and really enjoying that. And Daniel says, "Love me some Keb Mo." Yes, sir. Me too. Gary too. Thanks. Yeah, I really love that tune, and I started kind of following him on social media, and the guy is just still prolific. He's such a amazing artist and has so much great music. So definitely go listen to some Keb. But before that, I think you should check out what Clint has. Clint's got the 6 string in his hands. you got? What do you got for us on that thing?
Play every morning.
Oh boy!
I just kidding.
There's a mute button here.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to play an old contest piece that I haven't played in a long time, and we'll see how it goes if I can get through it. But this is one that a lot of guitar players play for, those guitar contests and stuff like that. But my take on Alabama Jubilee.
All right. Yeah, buddy.
I think.
Oh boy.
I think that's the one he plays to make sure all the frets are working.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a bit of a ride. Okay, well, all right.
That was
we
great.
made it.
Well,
Thank you.
it warmed up my fingers, and
It's cold enough in my house. My nose is running, and that's not exactly good for. But we made
no,
it.
and for those of you who who play this music, like our friend Derek here, who says "son," it is no easy task to play this stuff solo. To just grab one of these instruments with no sustain and.
Actually, the thing about like those guitar contest pieces is that I did have to play them solo, so I'm actually fairly used to some of those. But like especially singing or like playing like mandolin and singing, that's weird. It's very strange because I've never really done it much, But
well, Gary says nice picking, Clint.
Thanks, Gary.
And Deanne says, love this tune. So well picked, Clint.
Thank you.
And Denise says, hey, nice. When you heading to Winfield?
Yeah, we would talk about that for like a decade, but
lots of hand claps from Gary. No, that was awesome. And
Thank you.
Katie Jo says, reminds me of State Fair. Flatlining contest
I
days.
think she meant picking, but
Okay, well, flatlining is what happens when it doesn't go well.
yeah, right.
Awesome. No, that sounded great, and
Thank you.
and I loved Wes's comment about this being kind of a fun new tradition. Maybe in future years when we're not doing the in-person thing, and it gets real cold or snowy, we can just do this. For those of you who are just tuning in or are new to the program, we are 3/5 of the High 48's Bluegrass Band out of the Twin Cities. This Bluegrass Brunch is a tradition that we do every January and February. This is our 9th year doing it. Usually it's at the Astor Cafe in Minneapolis, but this year it's online. And this year, because we are bringing in special guests and for the second half of the hour. And our special guests today are incredible. We have two pods of great musicians representing two different styles, different bands that they play in. The bands that many of you have heard of here in the Twin Cities, Steam Machine, great old-time band, and a great new bluegrass band, Backup and Push, and those that can see them waiting in the wings here. It looks like Steam Machine just showed up there, and I'll tease David and Michael.
Oh, there they are.
And
Wow.
yep, they're here.
Oh,
And each
and
of them
they're
have more than one musician in the same room, which is so awesome. because it's just something we're all longing to hear as people actually interacting with each other musically. And once again, I'll mention we have a shared tip jar going for the hour that we're sharing between all the bands that are playing here. So if you're feeling it, you can throw a little something in there, and we'd all very much appreciate it. And thanks. Rena's here. We can't wait to hear you. She's up next with AJ and Michael and David. But before we get there, we do have one more tune, and kind of a special one from Eric. Eric, do you want to talk a little bit about what you had prepared for us?
Sure. Well, around this time of year in March, first weekend of March, I think it is, we usually teach the Grass Seeds Academy at the Winter Weekend Festival, and it's for those of you who haven't heard of it, it's a weekend long jam camp for kids, and at the end of it, we always do a show. We
found a picture of one of our classes
kids
here.
form their own bands,
Nice.
and they get up there and they play for about like a 40-minute set or so. And since we can't do that this year, I thought I'd have a mini Grass Seeds, and I asked one of my students and a Grass Seeds alum, Lewis Stevenson, to do a duet arrangement of a tune I play. Actually, the 48s play. It's an Irish tune that I picked up from Martin Hayes, called "The Clay Are Real." And so I should say a few words about Lewis. Lewis is a really, really great young player. And what I like about him is he's like has what jazz musicians call big ears. He's really into Kenny Baker, and he's really into like the Danish String Quartet. And I think that's just really I don't know. I don't have many young students who have such sophisticated taste in music.
Well,
So anyway, this is a duet arrangement I wrote of Claire Reel.
yes, and I just as a plug for the Grass Seeds, because it's such a great program. Minnesota has been cranking out great bluegrass musicians, and it's because of the community here that Minnesota Bluegrass Music and Old Time Music Association. I'll scroll their information and put it in the comments as you're listening to him. If you're interested or know some kids that might be interested in learning this music, it's a great program. 3 days, just getting them together
Grass
with
Seeds
each
alum
other.
right here.
Yeah.
Right. Clint
Yeah.
Burtzer,
Yeah.
Grass Seeds alumni.
Yeah, we're gonna
So-
miss it this year, man.
Yeah, so this is great,
bad.
Eric. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you did this because that was our last show that,
It was,
that
yeah.
we played in March. So we're going to
Yeah.
play this, and then after that, we have some great music coming up with our special guests. But first, let's listen to Eric and our Grass Seeds student, Lewis.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Beautiful.
Holy
fun.
cool! What a
You
great
must have-
arrangement.
You layered a little bit, right? Did you layer it all, or was that all?
That's two.
It was
two
just
fiddles.
two? Oh,
So
okay.
it's
It
live to
sounded-
2 tracks. There wasn't even any mixing. It was I
Sounded
just put some
huge.
reverb on it and a little bit of compression.
Oh,
but
that
that's
was
it,
cool.
yeah.
Katie
Wow.
says, "What a treat! Great
That was
duo,
awesome.
Eric and Lewis, and go Lewis." Yeah, Lewis, thank you so much
Yeah,
for,
nice job.
for
Yeah,
doing
that
that.
was really good.
It just goes to show, what happens when you support art in the schools and get young people involved with music.
And not in the schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of
general.
hand claps,
Nice.
lots of people loving that. That was really cool. Thanks for sharing that, and I can't wait. It looks like they have Minnesota Bluegrass and Old Time Music Association has their, 22 dates
Yeah.
up there now. That's probably one of the last that's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's one of the last that's definitely not happening, but that happens in March. It's for those of you who aren't from Minnesota, it's bonkers, man. You get hundreds of bluegrass musicians and old time musicians packed into a hotel in
Yeah, that really
March.
was the last normal thing we did, wasn't it?
It
It
was.
Was great. I remember people were starting to do the elbow, like not shaking hands. They were starting to do the elbow. A
Yep.
couple people were. It was on everybody's radar, but not really. Not
Some
everybody.
hand sanitizer. At
Yeah,
the
exactly.
doors.
But yeah.
Well, thank God we are a year away from that now, and
Yeah.
and heading to brighter future here in 2021. The gigs are coming in, and this is so great that all of you could tune in and join us because you're in for a special treat. Waiting patiently backstage, we have members of both Steam Machine and Backup and Push, and without any further ado, let's bring them up and just keep the party going here. Good morning, you
Hey.
guys.
Good
Hey
morning.
guys.
Morning.
Oh, hold on.
Nice.
Anthony.
Oh, there we are. Yes.
Uh,
Important.
Hey,
crowd
guys.
the crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. Because it's kind of a unique situation. Usually we have one guest, and I'm able to kind of give the bio and explain for folks who don't know who they are. Could one of you guys just kind of talk a little bit about both the bands and what you're going to be doing for us today?
Sure.
You got this, AJ?
I'll do it, guys.
All right.
Yeah, well, we always aim to just make things as confusing as possible and have all of our
Yeah.
musical endeavors just be totally incestual in every way. So, just to keep people guessing on what's what. But I think, Tony, you sent us an email just to say, hey, do you guys want to do this? And it was kind of a blanket ask for both David and Rena and I.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
weren't really counting on Michael Pruitt to be living in the Twin Cities yet, but he just moved here from East Grand Forks.
Welcome.
And so
Michael.
collectively, the four of us are back up and push, and we our first gig and last gig was the Winter Mabapma. So we
And
feel
proud
all
it
the
was.
same sentiments about the elbow bumps and
Yeah.
lamenting the year of sort of a year in the bullpen, waiting to get out.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
our thing. And then, so that's back up and push. And then Rena and I have a project called Steam Machine that David has filled in with frequently.
It's older bluegrass than what Backup and Push.
Yeah.
More old time music, but kind of proto bluegrass, or like when bluegrass was first starting to mix more with old time.
Nice, and I think it's so cool. When they knew that Michael was going to be in town, they thought, why don't we do two pods, two houses with playing little samples from both projects, and I thought that was such a great idea. Thank you guys so much for doing it. This is kind of a new thing for us having that, so I'm going to do my best to kind of rearrange people. I'm going to move Michael and David over here just to say hello, so people can
Hey,
see
guys.
their smiling faces. We just met Michael. Great to have you in the Twin Cities. Oh man, I can't wait till it's warm enough to all hang out and pick.
No,
Yeah, really, man.
It worked out just about perfectly that towards the end of last year, you sent word, hey, a job came up in the Twin Cities, and I can move there in a week.
It was destiny.
It was destiny. So yeah, you
Yeah.
came down here and you stayed here at the house for a few weeks, and yeah, it's been great.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well,
Open
I'll put us all up here and just see. Have you guys discussed order? Who's starting or who's doing what first?
No,
We didn't talk about that. You guys wanted to do
All right. Well,
one,
we got
or-
you guys up
All
in the on the
Okay.
big screen here. So
All
I'll let you
right.
guys kick it.
Well, we'll kick her off with a tune that actually AJ said, hey, you should check this out. It's a great fiddle tune, and actually a few banjo players have covered it as well. We go from this into one of your original tunes that's going to be on the new record coming out somewhat soon.
Yeah.
Starting out with a tune called Dungan. Ready?
Yep.
Try it again.
Sitting here on another Friday night, while you're out who knows where, doing who knows what with who knows who. I've tried so hard to tell you how I'm feeling, but I always melt and take you back. Can't ever find a way to say we're through. How many times will I write a song that's lonesome? How many nights will I stay up and walk the floor? How many ways will I stay and let you break my heart till you look up when I'll be walking out the door? Our love wasn't always such a heartache. In the springtime I thought it would grow so true and strong, just like a tall oak tree. Then the leaves of our love started dying, and now they're all lying on the ground, blowing in the chilly autumn breeze. How many times will I write a song that's lonesome? How many nights will I stay up and walk the floor? How many ways will I stay and let you break my heart till you look up and I'll be walking out the door? How many ways will I stay and let you break my heart till you look up and I'll be walking out the door?
Yeah.
Nice song.
That's great. That's one of yours, Michael.
That's that's an original.
That's awesome.
That's
that
great.
sounds so good.
great song.
Gary
Thank
says, now that's bluegrass. Where are you from? It sounds like you got a little bluegrass in your voice.
It may be a surprise, but I'm not from East Grand Forks originally.
Okay, whereabouts?
No, I'm from southeastern Kentucky, Whitley County. That's where I was born and lived for, all but the last 4 years when I moved up here or up there and then down to here.
Awesome. Well, it sounds great. Both of you too, David. But you can always tell, like, there's just it's a quality of people who are kind of like native speakers of bluegrass, and it sounds fantastic. Denise says great voice.
That's awesome.
And Connie says love this. Adele says Soul Brothers singing, sounding great. Michael and David and agree. This sounds fantastic. Whoa, this is so much fun. And thank you all for being here, listening. Once again, we do have a shared tip jar we're passing around for all the musicians. So if you're feeling it, you could throw something in there. But we're gonna switch on over to AJ and Rena now.
Well, we're going to start with a medley of a fiddle tune called Dungan, and then we're going to play one of Michael's songs.
All right.
I'm just kidding. We're not doing that.
Oh,
I got it.
No, we're going to start with, I think you could make a whole genre of, a sub-genre of bluegrass and old-time music that's fiddlers who play Arthur Smith tunes in kind of their own way. So we're going to play an Arthur Smith tune, and I've been on a real big Buddy Pendleton kick lately. He played with Larry Richardson, and it's just some killer fiddling. So this is sort of a mashup of Arthur Smith and Buddy Pendleton, and also
Little AJ.
a little AJ and a little Gerald Evans. And we're going to play Twinkle Little Star. And we're not going to wear our headphones because it's too distracting to listen to your guys' heckling.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was awesome. All right, can we all quarantine for 10 days and get a jam going here?
Yeah.
Let's get a house and
Louise.
start our own reality show.
100%.
Let's get a pod going.
Yeah, reality show. That'd be
Yeah,
hilarious.
right.
Battle to the end.
Yes.
That was great.
That sounded fantastic, you guys. And a lot of other people are agreeing here. Beautiful tune and lots of hand claps.
Make that
and
instrument
Katie Jo says, Mother Banjo says, love the fiddle. Katie Jo says, I think I'm going to be on an AJ kick after this. Sounding great. Beautiful. Sounds great. My fellow Northeasters, that's
Nice.
Northeast
Yeah,
Minneapolis,
hey,
for those
neighbor.
of you who
Good to see you,
aren't
buddy.
from here, from our friend Derek. Hey, Derek. And
Bob Walzers is pretty good.
gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Well, we'll send it back to David and Michael here.
All right. This is one that I first heard from Cliff Waldron, but Rain, I think you dug out the original writer of this tune from Alaska,
Some Alaska grass.
Alaska grass. And I thought it applied to Minnesota bluegrass and mentions cold, ice, snow, and trees.
That's pretty much all there is right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and especially these days it seemed particularly appropriate. So we're gonna do Ice Covered Birches.
Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3, 2.
Ice-covered birches on a cold winter morn, from the hillside they shimmer and glimmer and shine. But the branches are broken and the heads are bowed low, like the sad tender heart of that darling of mine, like the heart they shimmer and glimmer and shine. But the branches are broken and the heads are bowed low, like the sad, tender heart of that darling of mine, like the heart of that darling of mine. Yeah. Well, the Northland lies endless, and there's Memphis for Connie, every Muskeg and mountain, there's wilderness they take. But a man can lie broken by a fairy unspoken, human strength but a token, and the girl waits in vain. Ice-covered birches on a cold winter morn, from the hillside they shimmer and glimmer and shine. But the branches are broken and their heads are bowed low, like the sad, tender heart of that darling of mine, like the heart of that darling of mine.
Oh yeah, that sounded fantastic.
That's
a lot of
great
people
tune.
agree. Great harmonies, guys. Says Gary. Sounds good, guys. Says Mary. I'm seriously loving this. So good to see you, David. You
Says
guys sound
Harry.
great together. Says Denise. Lots of hand claps, and Laura's enjoying this, as are we. And if you're
Love a
enjoying
good-
it, you'll see a little tip jar information sliding around the bottom of the screen there, and it's in the comments as well. Feel free to slide a little something in there to help fund this backup and push record. That I've been following. I've seen images of behind the scenes. You guys managed to do some quarantine recording, which is really cool. So, what can you tell us about that project and when it might be coming out?
Well, who wants to take this one? Should I?
How about I do it?
It's all in AJ's hands now.
AJ's our
so-
front man, anyhow.
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, so we recorded. If you all you people out in the comments, you can see Bob Walzer's commenting frequently, and Bob Walzer
Julie.
and his partner Julie Young have a nice little farm down kind of by Cannon Falls in the Soane Valley,
Or Sogan.
or however you
I
say
don't
it.
know.
Nice.
And so we went out and recorded everything outside, just to kind of maintain our social distance. And so you can hear like tractors driving by and birds and crickets and all
Authentic
this stuff.
sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice sounds, yeah.
We were
And
all-
it's
we
taken
were-
a long time because I recorded it all and I'm mixing it all, and it's my first project. So not only is it my first project, but it was outdoors. So
A little bit of extra editing.
little
Yeah.
extra time. Yeah.
I liked it because I would like for the lyrics, because I forget the lyrics a lot, and so we're doing it all on pretty much one take too. So you want to, I don't want to like everyone played great, then I mess up the last line, So I'd like prop my lyrics up on a ladder or like
Oh yeah.
into a tarp, We were just
We had
laying-
some
it was-
super janky setup going on with
Nice.
like moving blankets and clamps and
Then guitar straps
Yeah.
break and get patched up with
Oh,
painter's
wait.
tape.
Yeah,
That's
true.
that's the tape.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I feel like your second record you can write just about recording the first record.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
been an
True.
adventure. And
Nice.
I was laughing, Tony. You were talking about Michael being a native speaker, and that's been the next hurdle. Is like for me and David, I think, is trying to match our pronunciation of certain words with Michael's. It's a fun and challenging
I
project
don't know.
for
I
some
don't.
Midwesterners.
I don't know why they insist on putting 2 syllables in the word tower.
Tire.
Tower.
Michael takes all the vowels out of everything.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So sometime in spring is what we've been saying.
Awesome. Well, we're all looking forward to it, and
Nice.
every little bit you guys throw in the tip jar, I'm sure is gonna
Yeah,
help
yeah, it helps.
go towards that CD.
Well, normally I wouldn't make you all deal with my singing, but since we are not in the same place as Michael and David, I'll just try my best.
Sing a real
Old timer
old
here.
timey one here.
Send a message to my heart to keep you here with me.
All these moments alone make me realize just how empty this whole world is without you in my life.
And our time is yet to come, but our love is oh so sweet. Send a message to my heart to keep you here with me. Send a message to my heart on the wings of the wind. Let me hear your sweet voice saying, you love me again, even though we're apart. I still hold your memory. Send a message to my heart to keep you here with me. Send a message to my heart to keep you here with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was gorgeous, you
If anyone
guys.
can name that old time artist, put it in the comments.
That was.
I was just
beautiful.
about to ask who it was, so
We'll wait and
Well,
see
let's
if
give it a
we'll
minute.
wait.
see
We'll
if
wait.
anyone
We'll
can
give it a
think of
minute. Yeah,
lots of hand claps. Sherry says so much talent.
it's awesome.
I could listen all day. I could too.
That's my band just doing it. Hey. Hey, Diane.
Sandy says you all sound awesome. We've missed live music so much. A lot of
That's true.
beautifuls. It looks like Julie Young says, "Yeah, buddy." That's how she says it, right?
Yep.
All right.
AJ, we need to find more songs for you to sing in the band.
Not a hell of that.
That was beautiful. Sarah York says, Alan Jackson.
Close.
I do have to
And,
say, though,
Adele says, I guess, Ola Bella Reed.
It's a little more like
It's a little newer.
a little newer.
Think
a little more
1980s. It's like some
contemporary.
1980s.
Alan Jackson sounded close, though.
It is close to Alan
Ballpark,
Jackson, but
Ballpark.
yeah.
Nice. Well, that was gorgeous, you guys.
We'll tell you, it's from Dwight Yoakam
Dwight Yoakam.
Oh,
And
sure.
Patty Loveless.
and Patty Loveless.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
That also
Old
explains
time.
something. I was loving that lead guitar, AJ, but that must have been from all the telly stuff you've been trying with.
That was
I have
cool
to say,
stuff.
this quarantine, I've played virtually no pedal steel, and have just been really kind of getting into playing some guitar.
Nice. Well, it
I
sounds
don't know
great.
why, but
Yeah, I don't know why you do that.
Quarantine makes such a
Yeah.
strange
The
thing.
guitar's pretty dumb.
Right on. Well, we got you got David and Michael back up. What do you guys got queued up for us
Speaking
next?
of dumb guitar, we're gonna do a Flat and Scruggs song that we do a lot in shows and
Yeah,
shows.
Shows.
We
Shows,
have
singular.
planned on doing it in shows.
What
that
are
we've done
those?
before?
No, in fact, I think this
Our
is the
one
first
show.
one that. I think this is the first tune that we tried as a band.
Maybe
right?
the first song
we got
we ever
together
played.
to jam.
Anyway, Flat and Scruggs tune called "I'll Go Steppin' Two," and it's
Oh, yeah.
usually AJ does the fiddle part, and I'm gonna play it out of open A, the fiddle part, which is gonna be terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and warn you. But I just love open A so much for rhythm that I'm
yeah.
gonna do it anyway.
All right,
Nice.
let's do it. Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Don't think that I'll be hanging around while you're having fun. I won't sit here crying over you. Well, from now on, when you step out, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping to. Yeah, I'll go stepping to, my honey, I'll go stepping to. I'll lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping to. been laid, we begin to fight. You tell me that there's more fish in the sea, but the bait ain't what it used to be, and I've got news for you. So every time when you step out, I go stepping too. Well, I go stepping too, my honey, I go stepping too. I'll lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping too. Tell me that there's more fish in the sea, but it ain't what it used to be, and I've got news for you. So every time when you step out, I'll go stepping too. Well, I go stepping too, my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping too. To my honey, I'll go stepping too. Lock the door, put out the cat, now go stepping too.
Sweet.
That had energy. That had energy.
I want to say that we've done, this is our 7th brunch, and you guys brought the bluegrass to the brunch,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Oh, yeah.
That was fantastic. Thank you
great.
so much for doing that. I
thing.
love Penny's comment, too. It's always important to put out the cat before going stepping. I love that. Lots of hand claps. Don't stop. Just keep playing. Well, honestly, you guys, we since we're not in a venue, we could keep going. It's noon, but if you guys have some more stuff lined up, AJ and Rena,
We got one more tune if you want.
we would love it. We would
Bring it way
absolutely
back
love it.
though and play an old time tune.
Hear that bad boy.
And just want to say thank you so much, High 48s, for
Yes.
having us and also for doing this series. I've really enjoyed tuning in over the weeks, and it does feel like kind of normal, and to just
Yeah.
see people from the community and hang out and.
Oh yeah,
so-
missing you guys at the Astor Cafe, but this has just been wonderful seeing
Yeah.
you guys here.
Thanks for being
Thanks
here,
for
guys.
doing this.
Well,
for
thanks.
having
It's
us.
great to hear that.
Yeah.
And thank you all for being in the comments. I mean, I see people in the comments just talking to each other now, giving each other heck. And, that's what it's about. And we can't be together right now, but this is the next best thing. And man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
The summer, when things finally open up, it's going to happen. Oh man, it's going to be so amazing.
It's gonna be epic.
So much music. It's, yeah,
Man.
it's gonna explode.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a tune from I would say 2 favorite fiddlers, Kenny Baker and Cyril Stinnett. Cyril Stinnett was a left-handed fiddler from Missouri. I even have.
I was gonna ask you what Cyril meant on your hat. Now I get it.
He's my favorite fiddler.
All right.
He had a hat that said his own name. Like all the pictures of him, he's wearing like an old seed hat that says Cyril. And Rena got me this for my birthday this year.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite hat. So we're gonna play this tune from him. It's called Lazy Kate. It's also gonna be played in open A on the guitar for
right.
its rhythm.
There will be no fiddle solos on the guitar.
Oh yeah, I got these.
Turns out there really wasn't on the last one either.
tune.
Nice.
Wow. Fantastic. Now, I know they can't hear us yet, but what a great way to close out today's brunch. I'm going to move you guys up here so we can see both our guests. Big, huge thanks to AJ, Rena, Michael, and David. You guys, that just completely made my week. Hearing you guys, who sounded so good.
I didn't even know Michael was going to be here this morning, and then now we've got these two awesome duos.
To be honest
That
with
was
you,
fun.
I barely did myself.
Well, I don't think
they're like, you ready for that brunch thing? I was like, what
Yeah,
are you
right.
talking about?
It's like,
I don't know. I've
hardly.
hardly,
I was like, somebody please tell me where I'm supposed to be in 2 days. I don't know what's happening.
I've hardly heard you play at all, man. But you're awesome. That's just cool to have you part of the community here now. It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to get to meet more people.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
play,
yeah.
when we
Hopefully
can.
soon here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So thank you guys again, and thank all of you for joining us. We had a lot of people in the comments, and you guys can go back and see all those great comments from all kinds of our music friends. It kind of feels like being at a festival just for this little brief moment on Saturdays, and we sure appreciate every one of you guys for coming. And we still have 2 more of these coming up. Next week, we have our good friend Derek Johnson, former High 48, member of Monroe Crossing, David's former band, and just a great musician, a great songwriter. We're so excited. You don't want to miss next week with Derek. It'll be kind of a fun reunion of sorts. And then the closing out our 2021 Bluegrass Brunch season is our good friends Kim and Quillen Rowe, the Rowe family singers, who are just an amazing band that kind of defy genre. They're kind of part string band, part punk rock band, and just really a great group. And Kim and Quillen will be joining us to close out this brunch. And I don't know, depending on how things go, maybe we can do a couple bonus brunches.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe
Who's
we
going to
can-
stop us, Tony?
Yeah,
Come on.
I was going to ask. Yeah, I could.
This
I
is
could
the
do this-
internet.
I could do this every week with you guys. So maybe
Yeah,
we'll
man.
see if we can't do another one at some point this early spring before the gigs start opening up again. But on behalf of all of us here in the High 48s, thanks again to Back Up and
you.
Push and Steam Machine.
thanks,
You
guys.
guys
Thanks for
are
having us.
Yeah,
awesome,
fun.
and really look forward to doing this again sometime. And for all of you out there, have a great weekend. Happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you next week here on the Bluegrass Brunch.
Sounds good.